One of the most significant events in my life to this point happened when I went to Sudan with Makeway Partners in 2006 on one of my first volunteer trips. I was working in the very first medical clinic, and I overheard a doctor examine a young girl who was about 6, and the mother described the girl's symptoms to the doctor and described that the girl would cry herself to sleep each night and often during the day and could not be consoled. And the mother didn't know what to do, and the examination was pretty difficult for both the child and the doctor, but in the end it revealed that the girl was being sexually molested. And at that point, somewhere in that moment of hearing that and overhearing all that took place in there, that girl became more than a statistic or just a person in Sudan. In a far-off place, she became a sister and a friend to me, and someone upon whom I couldn't turn my back. I've looked high and low for an organization that enables people to serve both on a local level and on a global level. And Makeway Partners is one of the few groups that I've found that empowers people in both those arenas. So it's a joy for me to work with Makeway Partners now and serve both those children in Sudan and also be a part of enabling people here in Birmingham and in the U.S. To connect to those people in Sudan that need that help. All of the projects are significant in their own right. One of the projects that I'm working on right now is a dormitory for the boys. They're very excited. It's interesting to see kids that really want to go to school, because that's not the standard there. You're very privileged if you get to go to school. And the boys are very excited to be able to move into the dorms. So it's encouraging just to be a part of that excitement and providing that service to the boys. It was also interesting to build some water filters and to distribute some water filters to the community there this past year. There's a huge need for safe drinking water, and it was very personally rewarding to be a part of seeing that need met in a small way. We have hopes to see that need met in a much larger way in the future. We hope to continue and expand that program of building and distributing water filters. There's a couple significant obstacles. It's always hard to tell which one's the largest, because whichever one you're facing at the time seems like the largest. At first it was very difficult to find funding to do these projects, because most of the donors that we talked to expressed a lot of doubt that we could get it done and didn't want to put their hard-earned money behind a project that they felt was doomed to fail. Right. And once the first one was done, then we gained a lot of confidence in a lot of people's eyes. It's always hard to get supplies there. It's about 1,500 to 2,000 miles of bush to travel through to get to where we're working. There are practically no bridges over the rivers that we have to cross. So a lot of trucks get damaged and broken down. Supplies get held up at borders and checkpoints and in towns. And there's always a question when we wave goodbye to our supplies wherever we purchase them and put them on trucks going into Sudan. We've always wondered, well, will we see those again? And so far we've always seen them. Every truck has made it. So awesome. We're thankful for that. Those are a couple of the challenges. It's a challenge. Labor relations are a challenge, because some of the guys go into Sudan and leave their families for 3 to 6 months at a time to work on these dormitories, which is not an easy thing. They miss their families just like we would miss ours. So that's a challenge at times.
The mission of this group is to inform people of world issues that affect their everyday life but may be looked over due to lack of knowing, specifically human trafficking.